Welcome to the Rockaway Creates Connection podcast.
Are you ready to embark on a journey that celebrates the power of creativity, community, and transformation? We are thrilled to introduce you to the heart and soul of Rockaway Beach through our community stories. Brought to you by Rockaway Creates, a nonprofit dedicated to the peninsula and its people.
Nestled on the shores of the Atlantic, we are New Yorkers coming to you from Rockaway Beach, Queens. Each episode will take you on an exploration of its remarkable community, delving into the lives and stories of local artists, entrepreneurs, activists, and visionaries who breathe life into our beloved neighborhood. Whether you're a longtime local or just down for the day, this podcast promises to be a source of insight, secrets, and connection.
So get ready to be inspired, and you can go to rockawaycreates.org to learn more about us and how you can get involved. And if you like this podcast, please like it, binge it, and share it with your friends.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Rockaway Creates podcast. Today, we are meeting Lilith Costa. She is an author and women's health advocate with a deep passion for raising awareness about genetic predispositions to hereditary breast cancer. Born and raised in Rockaway Beach, New York, Lilith knows firsthand the challenges of balancing family life with personal health battles as a mother of two and a devoted spouse. Her book, The Beautiful Defect, reflects her journey and serves as a compassionate guide for others facing similar paths. Lilith emphasizes the importance of self-love, body acceptance, and finding confidence and beauty after childbirth and undergoing transformative procedures like breast reconstruction. Thank you so much for being here, Lilith.
Thank you for having me. Oh, that made me sound amazing.
Yeah, you are amazing. You really are. So, I would love to know more about you and how you got onto this mission.
Well, and trying to think back to, it was quite a long time ago, it seems. I had a double mastectomy in 2000, I want to say 17. When my son was 1 year old, I found out that I had a hereditary cancer gene, and my options were to monitor or to be proactive and remove my breasts. So I decided to remove my breasts, and I had a partial hysterectomy because my gene would lead to breast cancer, and it ran rampant in my family.
Wow. That must have been so difficult. Like, how was it finding that out and having to go through that?
It was definitely tough. At first, people weren't very accepting of me deciding to even take the test, because what does that mean for other people in my family? And then they got on board. A lot of them started to realize how important it was to take action. And my husband became a big supporter of mine, who at first wasn't, for obvious reasons. Like, we just had a 1 year old. So it's like, I found out while I was pregnant also, and I had trouble conceiving my son. So he was like, we have enough to think about right now, not this. But then other people in the neighborhood were diagnosed with breast cancer, and other people had passed from breast cancer. And so he was like, well, I guess we have to do something in hopes that preventing you from having the same diagnosis. So he became a really great help and supporter of mine.
That's really amazing. And I love that you just took it upon yourself to say, I'm going to be proactive about it. I already know that this might happen to me, and I want to be here for my family.
Yes.
It sounds really brave.
Thank you. I felt like it was more of what I had to do, if that makes any sense. I felt like it was a lot harder being part of the documentary, which allowed the world to watch me go through this and the procedure. I felt like that was a little more difficult, but I'm happy I did that also.
What is the
Yeah,
document?
tell us a little bit about. Yeah.
So there was a documentary that came out in 2020 called Hereditary that followed 3 women as we decided or didn't decide to go and have the surgery, the mastectomies.
Mhm.
It was,
Wow.
I think it was PBS that had the documentary.
That's really brave to be able to go through something like that and not do it just by yourself or like hiding, but literally do it knowing that so many people would see you and be a part of your story and possibly learn from your story.
Oh,
Was
thank
that
you.
kind of mindset behind it? Did you like want people to learn from your story or?
I did. There was a there wasn't a lot of information out there about what our options were. So I had to do a lot of research myself at first and to figure out what I wanted to do and what doctors I wanted. And it was just something that, you hear someone had breast cancer, it's just something that happens. And I wanted to know more about like what could I do to maybe prevent this or to lessen my odds of having breast cancer. So I decided to take part in the documentary in hopes that other people will see that you have other options and you don't have to just wait, or you could even monitor if you want to.
How did you come to terms with your decision and what was it like after you made the decision?
I think at one point I just knew I had to do it. Having children, I just felt like I was determined to lessen my odds. Um, and I feel like my husband became a big help with making me feel comfortable with that. Yeah, I feel like he was a big help with making me decide that this is going to be something that's going to benefit not me, but other people in the long run.
The connection was unstable for a moment.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Galit, are you able to hear me?
Are you there?
So sorry, the connection went unstable for a moment. I'm about to like, yeah, it's live, things happen. I'm about to
We've lost her.
cell phone and try to restart this.
Okay.
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 Okay, sorry about that.
It's okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. My internet
okay.
went wonky, and this is what happens sometimes with lives. Weird things happen. Okay, but you were saying something so important, and I just want to go back to it.
I'm not sure. We're just talking
You were talking about like the decision that you made, how you came to it, and how it,
Oh, yeah, that I feel like my husband was a big help with helping me to come to the decision and be comfortable with it.
Yeah, and you knew that it was going to be like a huge change, and for you and your body, something that you had like grown accustomed to. What was
Okay.
that like for you?
I think it was, I think, so I gained 80 pounds during both of my pregnancies. Um, and I remember after I had my son, I had like this hernia and my stomach was like this. It was like huge, right? So I remember after I gave birth to him and I'm like looking in the mirror and I'm like, holy poop, like I look a mess. And I was like, this is not happy with how my figure was turning out. Um, and I remember thinking, like, okay, you can't be this mean girl in your ear anymore, like, not happy with the fact that things aren't the way they used to be, because it's sad when you're like having this sort of negative talk. Um, and I remember thinking that, okay, I'm going to change this negative talk and I'm going to just appreciate that I have this baby and figure out how I can start looking in the mirror and being happy with what I have and what I can do to be comfortable again with my body. So I did like the corsets to hold in the hernia until I was going to have the surgery. I wore more bras that were fitting for my new breasts. Um, and when it came to the surgery, I had already changed my thought process after having children and became happy with the body that I had and made changes. So when the surgery was coming up, I was thinking, I'm going to do that same thing. No matter how my body turns out, I'm going to be comfortable and love myself regardless. I'm going to find a way to look in the mirror and be happy. So I went into it pretty positive about the changes that were going to happen. Thankfully, I love the way my body turned out. The surgery came out really well. I had an amazing doctor who was very, their whole practice is very hands on as far as women's health and wanting to make sure emotionally and mentally women are comfortable after a mastectomy. So I felt like that change that I had in my mindset after childbirth definitely helped with after deciding to have a surgery like that.
How did that like turn into you doing what you do now?
Okay, so after the surgery, I had met quite a few women who were struggling with body image. A few people whose marriages after cancer or having a mastectomy went through hard times. And I realized that a lot of us feel like we're the only ones dealing with this. Like we're totally alone in this situation because most people are like, hey, everything's fine. How are you today? I'm great. I'm wonderful. Everything's great. And I realize a lot of us are not always great. We're not always okay. And relationships that are healthy, you're going to argue with your significant other. That's no one's perfect. So I started to share my story in the book form about how like some of the struggles that we went through in our marriage and some of the those moments when I wasn't exactly happy with my body and dealing with health issues, because I feel like we need to have these hard conversations and we need to share more so that other people know they're not so alone when they're making these decisions or dealing with marriage and stuff. So that led to me writing the book. And after doing the documentary, that led to me being a part of Voices, which is a study for Black women. It's research that they would like to do over the next few decades to follow Black women to find out why we are less likely to get cancer but more likely to die from cancer.
Wow. That is really powerful stuff. And kudos to you for like doing all of this and like really putting yourself out there to the point of helping others, right? It's like one thing to go through it on your own. It is another thing to go through it in front of people and make it your life's mission to help people.
I hope so. I hope it continues to help as many people as it can. It was difficult, I'm not gonna lie, when my book was first published. I was like hiding under the blanket, like it's like I shared a diary with the world.
Yeah. That's intense.
I was like, oh no, what have I done? And then they're like, you know what, it's okay, it's fine. I had one woman say thank you so much. It really like changed her outlook on her marriage, and I was like, okay, so it's worth it. It's worth it that I did it. It's worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I can't imagine. It just seems like such like a life. It's literally you had like this life-changing experience and you did it and it changed your life in a completely drastic way to where you now are kind of a spokesperson and give other people a voice. Because I know that there are probably so many women who are going through this and don't have a voice.
It's hard to even have that conversation sometimes with people, you know, whether it's a health issue or it's just not feeling your best after having children. You know, it's not something easy that any of us go through.
So I kind of want to switch gears a little bit and talk about, I mean, you're amazing. And I hope that everyone checks out your book, the documentary, like goes and works with you. How do they get in touch with you if they want to work with you?
I can be reached through Instagram, which is LILITHCOSTA Lilith Costa at Instagram. My book is The Beautiful Defect, and it's available on Amazon and other online retailers.
That's awesome. Now, I'd love to talk a little bit about Rockaway since you're a native.
I am a native. I was born and raised here. It's I can't imagine living anywhere else, honestly. The ocean is my happy place. So, and it's a great place to raise children.
Yeah. I feel like that is kind of like the running theme with Rockaway, right? Ocean is a happy place.
Mm-hmm.
Did it help you during your struggles?
Yes. Being able to walk along the beach is such a privilege. When people go on vacation, being able to go to the ocean and being able to just walk a few homes down and be able to put my feet in the water when life is getting stressful and bring the whole family down at the ocean and we suddenly feel like we're on vacation. It's a great feeling here.
Yeah. And what are your like favorite things about Rockaway?
I'm going to say community. Having that community feel is amazing to find in New York City. Like most people I hear of in other parts of New York, they don't know their neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
they have friends that they went to school with, but they don't know the person living next door to them. Here, I feel like there's a great sense of community where you can. I've had friends that I've known since kindergarten who I'm still friends with, and then I get to meet a lot of great other people who move into the neighborhood, and it's really nice.
That's like one of the biggest things that I've always loved about Rockaway too, is just having the friendships, having the community. I feel like in Rockaway, people are there for you. As crazy as Rockaway can be sometimes, and
Yeah.
it can be.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you know, being a native, like it's not all like sunshine and rainbows all of the time.
No.
But if you need something, the community is always there to rally behind you. And like the friendships that you have with people are friendships on a deeper level.
Yeah.
I feel like it's slowed down here. Like of course, everyone's fast paced in New York, but there's like a little bit of slowed down when you're by the ocean, where you're taking a little bit more time to have deeper conversations, and it's more than just like a hi and bye when you see people.
And since we live by the beach, right? What is your favorite area of Rockaway?
I don't have a favorite. I mean, I've been throughout. I've lived because I'm a native. I've lived all throughout this peninsula. I've lived from Bayswater to Far Rockaway. Now I'm in 120s. You know, like I've been all over Rockaway. So I don't have a favorite place. I know having a family though, I prefer the quieter beach than when I was younger and I was in Boundaries Park or now I prefer a nice quiet beach where the kids can learn how to surf and it's not as much partying going on. So having a family, I prefer the quiet beaches now. And I'm not going to tell them which are the quiet beaches because then it won't be quiet anymore. So I'm just going to keep that little bit to myself.
That I totally understand that.
I get it.
I also have like my favorite little strip of beach.
Me too.
Yeah. So you can't tell all the secrets or it won't be a secret.
I do love that you said also your kids learn how to surf, because that's also something that's pretty big in Rockaway. Do they go to a specific surf shop?
Oh no, my husband is a native Rockaway person too, so he just teaches them how to surf. We have surfboards in the backyard and they boogie board and surf, and I do not. I'm afraid to fall. So I have tried. I'll get onto my like knees on a surfboard, but that's about as far as up as I'm getting.
That's funny. I'm always like, there has to be someone to tell the story.
Yeah.
I give up with the camera, like recording them, like, oh, that was really cool. You did that. Oh, yay! Like,
Yeah.
that's me.
Cheerleader.
I will be my family's cheerleader when it comes to surfing.
Amazing. Is there some like activity in Rockaway that you do love doing yourself?
No, not really. When I have free time and it's not not anything to do with like having to do with the kids, I'm either writing or like playing VR or something like that. Like,
Ooh.
that's my free time, shooting zombies in the face or or writing a story. That's how I decompress.
That's awesome. What are your favorite VR? I know nothing about VR, just putting it out there, but I'm very interested because I
Too.
recently like learned how to play video games. I was a very like late addition to this, right? I learned maybe like 3 years ago how to play video games. And like VR has always been super intriguing to me because like learning the controller was so hard at first.
Yeah, like I was never big on video games. I just couldn't get into them with the like maybe Sims. I would like to play Sims when I was younger. But with the VR, it's different. Like you actually feel like you're inside of the game. So during COVID, when I couldn't actually leave the house, I had to find something to decompress in the house where I felt like I was actually someplace else. And then I was like, oh my goodness, I like shooting zombies in the face. This is so much fun. So like sometimes I'll play like After the Fall or Arizona Sunshine, or like they have this board game called Demio, which I kind of, it's like a dungeon crawler. So I'll geek out on that sometimes. But
Ooh.
yeah,
Like fun.
those are my VR, my little things that I enjoy doing when I need to be home, but need to feel like I'm someplace else.
Yeah. So I know that you said like that you don't have like favorite areas of Rockaway, but I know we spoke earlier and I wanted you to tell about some of your favorite like places in Rockaway since you're a local and like you've been here forever. Who are you loyal to? What like stores, shops, food?
Okay, so it changes though, but so Ciro's by the Bay.
Yeah.
That pizza, I don't know, it's just something so delicious about it. And then they have these chicken rolls that are like this big, they're huge, and it's still inexpensive. I don't know how they make a profit off of the chicken rolls. It's been like the same price since I was like 10.
The one in the shopping center?
Yes, the one in
Yeah.
the shopping
Same thing.
center.
And they only take cash.
Yeah, they only take cash.
Mm-hmm. Such a
And
good spot.
hmm?
I said such a good spot.
It is. It is. I've been eating from that pizzeria since I was a little girl.
Yeah, me too. I totally get it. Aw, I love that place.
I mean, too. Once in a while, I'll change it up and order from someplace else. But I have to say, I'm pretty loyal to that pizzeria. And then their buffalo wings are so good.
Oh, I've never had the buffalo wings there. I know. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, I guess I'm gonna try that next time.
It's so good, and their pizza. I don't like my pizza really sweet, so I don't like the sauce too sweet, and their sauce is not sweet. It's really good. I'm loyal. Yeah, that's one of the places that I'm loyal to as far as pizza and wings go.
I mean, that's an amazing tip.
What about you? Do you have
Ooh.
a place that you?
So it has changed over the years because I became a vegan. And so now, I mean, like Claudette's was always like a good option for me because there was always something that I could like figure out there. And I love like the concessions in the summer.
Me too.
So do I. I like.
There's I don't know when it opened, but there's a vegan spot on 97. It's inside. Have you ever been?
I don't think so.
Yeah, they do like it's like chicken, but then they do vegan chicken. So they do like both. Like they have like a whole vegan menu and a whole regular menu. And I forgot the name of the place. I gotta look it up, but it's 97, I'm pretty sure. And it's yeah.
Ooh, yeah, I do not know about that place.
Yeah, they do like everything. They do like a vegan version and then a regular version. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Because it's been like there are like, especially in the summer, there are a lot of options with the concessions. They usually have like a couple of vegan options. And then during the year, there's only like one or two places that have vegan options.
Yeah.
What about you, Jess?
My favorite place, so like there's if for Chinese food, King's Chinese Food, which is on like 71st Street or something in Rockaway Beach Boulevard, or Beach Channel Drive? Beach Channel Drive. And It's like just like a regular Chinese food place. And then I love Goodies, which is across the street from there on 70.
Oh yeah, I love Goodies too.
Goodies. I feel like that's like a staple. And
I can't. Every time I try to go there, they're not open.
No, they're closed on Sunday and Monday. It's
Okay.
amazing. Yeah,
was
it's like every
always on
time.
Sunday and Monday.
Me too. I'm always in the mood for it Sunday and Monday, and I'm like, oh. I'm like, am I in the mood for it because they're closed? I'm like, I do this every week. And I'm like, oh, and then I forget. And then Sunday again.
Their beef patties are so delicious.
Yeah, their food is so good. They have vegan stuff too, actually. They have vegan, they have like 2 different choices of vegan patties. And they also do a ton of vegetables and some really good rasta pasta, which is so vegan. Yeah.
I had patties in so long.
Oh, when you come, we'll get there. We'll go for patties.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
They do a spinach and garlic, and then they do like a kind of like something that you get in doubles, like the vegetables in a doubles, like Trinidadian stuff. It's really good. Yeah, so it's like a little curry seasoning. It's really, really yummy.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm see, this is why I need to have these podcasts. Because
I do have to agree with you though, Lilith, on zeros. I've been going to that place since I don't even know if I could talk yet. When my parents were taking me there, when it was Wallbaum's, the grocery store. Do you remember that?
Yes, of course. It was Wallbaum's.
Yeah, Wallbaum's.
Right there.
And I was like, I miss it. I was like, the store has never been laid out good. I'm like, they changed the name and the store is still like the same.
It's the snacking thing. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It drives me crazy there too, because once my kids like want something at Stop and Shop, and they love it, for some reason they stop holding it and they stop carrying it.
Yeah, they don't. That store has always been a little bit like wonky like that. Yeah. Aww.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you want to share about either your life in a way or what you do that we didn't cover?
No, Rockaway is just this amazing, beautiful place. I'm really happy that I just joined Rockaway Creates because because I've lived here my whole life. I have so many friends that I've known forever, and my friends are normal and they're not really creative. So they're not like so they're not into like the creativity and starting these new adventures that you guys are starting. So I'm happy that you guys created this and to be a part of it. Thank you.
About us. I'm so curious.
Oh, I found out from Shane. So Shane had joined a writing club that I was a part of. And then it was a different name, I believe, than Rockaway Creates. It might have been like some businesswomen of Rockaway or something.
Ladies of Business. We changed our name because we wanted to be more inclusive.
Yeah, and I had a friend who was a part of the business women who knew Shane also, and our kids were friends with each other. So, but I'm going to say it was definitely Shane pushing, like, hey, we're a group. Come join our group.
Yeah.
Come have fun with us. Join our festivities and our creativity. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to join the festivity and creativity.
Have you been to many events yet?
No, I haven't. I just literally joined the group last month, I believe.
Yeah.
I think I just started. So I'm very happy to see where this goes and what you guys have planned and what events you guys have coming up and see what Rockaway Creates is all about.
Oh, well, we have the first one tonight. We have a clothing swap. So that's the first one this week. We have a clothing swap at the Rose Den on Beach 116th Street from 6 to 9.
Yes, I was wondering, do you guys need any kid stuff?
Yes, we do. We can use anything. So if people don't take the stuff, what we do is we just have a donation truck come and pick it up the next day. So whatever people don't take, so even if you don't want to take anything, you can bring stuff.
Oh
So
my goodness.
I'll be there around 6:15 tonight. And if you want to come, or if you know anyone that has stuff that they want to donate, come on down.
I definitely have things to donate. My kids like grow so quickly. I am.
Yeah. And it's empty, so it's perfect.
So it's clothing only, right? You guys don't need
No, small like toys and house stuff, like small things that are easily transportable. So like no large furniture, but like if you have toys or like games or whatever, small house goods that you're not able to use, sheets, blankets, we donate it. So whatever people don't end up using or swapping, and you might find something there that you like. Like I got really good jeans at the last one that we did. I was like, oh my God, these jeans are amazing. And I also was able to donate a bunch of sweaters to these little girls. So it was nice,
All right. That sounds like fun. I will definitely stop by there tonight.
Yeah. Yay. Yay. Your first event.
Yeah.
I love it. Like you had today is a very, very creative day.
Yeah. Well, I'm so happy that you were able to join the podcast, Lilith.
Thank you for having me on the podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here and being so open and honest with your story. All of the ways that you do that.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
You're amazing.
Thank you so much for tuning in, and please like, subscribe, share this with anyone that you know of that needs to hear this, because Lilith's message deserves to be shared.
Yes, totally.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.